Atheists hate Jesus. In the beginning of the 20th century, when state atheism was applied, they were mocking him. When they had power, not politically, but in terms of the media, they started to mock him in the life of Brian. Now when it's Christmas time, it's a sensitive time, they decided to mock him again. Now, I'm not really, and I normally make videos against atheists, Darwinists, and these idiots, right? But I'm not really going to focus on them in this video. I'm going to focus on those people who claim to be Christians, yet what they really follow is some liberal humanistic idea which is very close to atheism, but they just have the garb of Christianity. I was reading a tweet of this woman this morning, and what she said is disgusting. And it's something which I don't want to put the picture and who she is, but she claims to be a Christian. Here's what she said. Oh, you know this Netflix documentary making fun of Jesus, you know, this and that. She's like, you know, I don't agree with this, I don't like it, whatever, but Jesus still loves you. Jesus loves you to the people who are mocking him? What kind of nonsense is this? What kind of rubbish is this? This is the reason why Christianity is actually dying in the West. People like you. Yeah? If there's anything good in the West, if somebody was to sit down and list every single thing that is good about the West, it'll be linked to Christianity. It won't be linked to secularism, atheism, and that nonsense. Yeah? So this whole idea of, oh yeah, you have your worldview, I have my worldview, yeah, Jesus still loves you, this is not Christianity. This is why I think Christianity in North America and Canada and, you know, these places and Latin America is strong compared to the European Christianity, which is weak, because you have this pathetic liberalistic idea of Christianity. That's not Christianity. Yeah, I'm Muslim and I can tell you that's not Christianity. I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, that's just trying to please people while still trying to maintain some sort of clothing of Christianity. That's not true Christianity. That is nonsense. Yeah? Now, atheists can't help themselves. They just can't help themselves. Whether it's they have state power, then they need to mock Jesus in terms of the state. Whether they have media power, they want to mock Jesus. Even recently, I was watching an academic lecture which was about evolutionary morality by Dr. Diana Fleischman. You can Google it and watch it. And she was presenting it to the Humanist Society. And in that lecture, she's speaking about evolutionary psychology. And, you know, kin selection, reciprocal altruism, and all this type of evolutionary ideas. But she felt the need, as an atheist, to mock Mary, the mother of Jesus. Why? Why, Diana? Why did you have to do that? Why are you guys obsessed with mocking him? But do you know what? You guys, you're like, oh, but it's freedom of speech, it's freedom of speech. Okay, I want to ask you guys something. Imagine it's the funeral of your mother, and you love your mother. Your mother is very close to your heart. And somebody turns up at the funeral and they say, your mother was a whore. How are you going to react? Are you going to be like, oh, that's an interesting perspective. She wasn't a whore. She was a chaste person, a righteous person. You have your right of freedom of speech, but I would lightly disagree with you in regards to this proposition. If I was sitting there in the audience, if I was there and right next to you, I would slap you. I would actually give you a foot slap. I wouldn't even bother with my hand. What kind of a reaction is that? Someone insulted your mother and you're just going to be like, that's not Christianity. That's not even being a human being. Atheists get angrier than that when you mock Darwin. Yes, they do. Because I do it all the time. I know that. So that is not Christianity. Now, I'm not calling for violence. And, you know, atheists may try and get this video striked or whatever. I'm not calling for violence. I'm not calling for, you know, this type of thing. But I'm just saying, what's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you people who claim to be Christians? What's wrong with you atheists that are obsessed with rejecting Jesus and not only rejecting him, mocking him? You know, recently, the Netflix nonsense, right? They were propping up Antichrist with the Messiah, right? That thing that's coming out at the beginning of the year. And at the same time, they're mocking Jesus. Isn't that interesting? They're desensitizing us against this person who they don't even believe exists, but they hate him with a passion. And at the same time, they're propping up this person who is going to be the enemy of Jesus in a very serious way. Quite interesting, isn't it? Let me connect the dots. Let me connect the dots, not in terms of some documentary that you guys are going to make with your pathetic ideas and whatnot. Let me connect the dots in terms of reality of what's going to happen. Jesus is alive. Whether you like it or not, you may mock it, he's alive. And he will be back. And when he'll be back, he is going to kill the Antichrist. And then he is going to rule the world. So yeah, you can keep mocking him, rejecting him, doing what you like. But spitting at the Son is not going to have any impact. And we know historically what happened when the state atheism of the Soviet Union collapsed and the Soviet Union collapsed. The believers in God came back. After all your Marxism nonsense of Darwinism, atheism and all this nonsense, after all of that died, the believers in God sprang up back again. Likewise, when Jesus returns and he rules the world, the believers will be back again, and at that time we will have the last laugh.